Hey, Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. How are you?
I'm okay. I actually wanted to ask you about. Obviously, we've seen a couple true freshmen play this year, and Amari, and I know Jordan Shaw here lately. A few other guys I know maybe got some time here and there, but just curious, the guys maybe that they're going to redshirt this year, haven't got on the field. Anybody that you and your staff are really excited about? Guys that stood out there on the practice field this season from this past class?
Yeah, I would say, Tadarius Collins, call him Tootie, really got a chance to be a really special player as a defensive end and a bold combination that you can do both, play both positions. Austin Barrett, offensive tackle, another one that you see every day. I think, Nico as a kicker, even though he's behind Chris right now, and Chris is doing some great things, but Nico's got a really talented leg and just continue to get better and better, and would feel comfortable with him kicking in the game right now as well. And so Derek Bowler, receiver, is another one. He's really flashed to me. I think he's going to be a really, really good football player, and I love his ball skills. And he got here late in the summer, but excited about him. Sam West, Anthony Miller, the two tight ends, two true freshman tight ends, I think have a chance to be really, really good football players. And so, I think there's several in that group, and so I'm excited about them.
Sammy and Jeff.
Coach, your team has been steadily improving since Rutgers, but you finally got tangible, proof in a win. What have you seen in practice that is, up the level of, enthusiasm and things like that win brought?
Well, I just think, when you get, reinforced in a positive way from all your hard work, it just adds to the momentum that you have and the energy that you bring every day. I think our guys have done a great job of bringing good energy, even in the midst of not getting results on game day, which is a testament to their character and the leadership of our team. But I just think it's even gotten, amplified this week and increased this week, which you would expect and hope for. Obviously, it's going into week 10, so it's late in the season. Guys are dinged up, and your body gets hit a lot and gets wore down. But you got to mentally get locked in every week. So I just think that the effort's been really good. The focus has been good. The energy has been really good. Coaches, everybody's just elevating. It's at that time of year. We understand what's at stake on game day now, and our backs against the wall, and we got to come out swinging.
Jackson Seth.
I wanted to ask you about Isaiah Williams, number one on Illinois, kind of the challenge he presents for your team, kind of what you've seen from him this year, and I guess just what you can do to try to contain him.
Yeah, he's an elite playmaker, very, very good athlete. Get the ball in his hand as a return guy, very dangerous, on top in the country. Really, really shifty. He's improved his ball skills, route running, and just become a more elite receiver, I believe, this year. And he's making plays, each week, especially this past week was impressive and came up big for him. So, yeah, you gotta know where he's at all the time, and you gotta do a great job, defending him and having good answers for him, because he's a guy that can beat you if you don't have a good plan against him.
Seth and Daniel.
Maybe more generally, what's like one or two things maybe on each side of the ball that with this matchup against Illinois that you guys are gonna have to do to win the game?
Well, first of all, offensively, they're really stout in the box. You got some really good physical players. One of the best D linemen in the country, and they got a good scheme, good system that they run well. And so just got a great job executing up front. I mean, that's going to be a big matchup for us, and offensive line is going to play really well. Got to be able to run the football. I mean, that's the bottom line, and I know it's hard against them, but that's what we need to be able to do, and be just execute. We got to be able to not hurt ourselves. So the executional piece is going to be big. And when you think about, there's not a lot of, each week you talk about these things, but, third down efficiency, that obviously starts on first and second down, but, trying to stay out of those third and longs for our offense. And I know I'm giving you more than two, but we got to protect that football now. And defensively, it's the opposite. We got to create takeaways. That's going to be a major variable in this game, I believe, and stopping the run, for us, and then containing a really, really athletic quarterback. He's hurt a lot of guys, a lot of teams with his legs when he scrambles. There will be some quarterback design runs, but he really, really, keeps drives going by running around and being really hard to get on the ground on third downs or even second downs. But keeping him contained is going to be a big key thing for us. And we got to, We already talked about number one, obviously at the receiver position. They got two other receivers who I think are really special. 13 and 14 are just, they make a lot of contested catches. They got strong hands, do a good job running routes. So they're really kind of coming into their own offensively. So a big challenge. And I think special teams is going to play a big role in field position, being able to be clean on special teams, and whoever can make an explosive play and a game-changing play on special teams, I think is going to be able to provide that winning edge for that team.
All right, Daniel, last one.
I wanted to revisit something you mentioned Saturday after the win. I believe you mentioned the phrase earmuffs and blinders.
Yeah.
I'm curious, with the way that October played out and some of the negative noise, I would assume you kind of had a similar approach. How challenging is it to kind of keep that noise from infiltrating your program? And maybe how did you see your team handle some of that outside noise?
Well, it is hard, and because of the access that everybody has now, and with social media and the kids seeing everything that's said, and you try to talk them through that, and how do you, for me, it's, you can't look at it, you can't let it, you don't want, a negative thought to complete itself in your mind, and all that negative noise can, they can complete negative thoughts if you let them, So that's why that phrase is kind of something I've used for a long time, and I just try to remind our guys of that, But it's constant, what you fill your mind with, what you're thinking about, who you're listening to, how you're talking to yourself, but what are you listening to, from the outside in, and so it's a constant challenge. I mean, everybody has to deal with it. Every sport, the stage our guys are on. So it was definitely an issue then. It's an issue now, and whether it's pats on the back from last week or continued criticism for other things. So, you can't allow that to be a variable that affects, the way you respond in a daily basis. And so, but it takes maturity to do that. So you're coaching your guys about that. You talk about it. You got to model it yourself. I got to do it myself. Our coaches have to do it and do a great job of having earmuffs and blinders and just focus on the task at hand, which right now is beating Illinois. And that's it. Nothing else. We don't worry about anything else. You just be able to handle that, be focused, locked in, and don't allow those negative comments to even be seen. So you do a good job of filtering that stuff out of your vision and in your sight, and be able to do a great job, being focused and locked in on the things that matter most, which is our team and how we think about ourselves.
All right, thanks.
Appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Elio.